It's Otis Ranger. Awesome Tech.
Welcome to Pop Song Tech. I'm Otis Ranger. Music today is going to feature a brand new single from Philadelphia's own Kiska. The song is called 68. Technology today is going to feature a deep dive on my new HTC Vive. That's Vive, not Vive. Stay tuned for more.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Gee, they really did a job on this, you know? No, here, I'll poke it, eh? Harry! My... Oh, there could be anything in there. Gee.
Maybe they forgot.
Well, it's in there. It's got to be in there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
What?
Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
What is it?
Well, it's a leg.
But what is it?
Well, it's a leg, you know, like in a statue.
Statue?
Yeah, a statue.
As a game designer, working with the Vive is crazily fun. It's like amazingly blockbuster fun.
Room scale actually brings about a significant range of freedom for the designer and the developer.
When they finally showed us the Vive, it was honestly like a dream come true.
The opportunity to work with something that has that kind of fidelity, something that we can rely on as a developer, it's such a reward.
It's just allowed us to explore all of these new mechanics and ways of doing things in the game.
Final Approach is an airport management game. The goal is for the player to manage airport traffic, taking airplanes off, landing airplanes, refueling, handling emergencies.
We're currently working on episode 1, Call of the Starseed. It's a story-based game, and it's all about just being in a whole new world and interacting with cool characters.
Fantastic Contraption is a game all about building stuff. You are the player, the star of the show. It's all about your creativity. Move around and do stuff and build machines that roll around and that walk around and that move from place to place.
Job Simulator is basically in a future in 2050, the robots have taken all of our jobs. The robots were kind enough to put together this job simulator so that humans could remember what it was like to job.
It's such a dramatic difference and a contrast between the way we've always done it from the beginning of time until now.
We're learning a whole new language to move around this world, what the affordances are of this world, how people communicate.
Complete paradigm shift in how you design games.
Oftentimes, a lot of the traditional game mechanics don't translate well into room scale VR, so it requires a whole new mindset.
You're thinking about how it is to move around and use motion controls in the real world and having to take that into your design. We're finding that you have no concept of what will work and what won't work before you try it.
For us, that's what's most exciting about the Vive, is that it gives us that creative opportunity to break the rules and make new rules.
I think there's a big problem with the perception of what VR should be or could be or was when it died in the 80s and people saw its rise and fall when the technology just wasn't quite there. And the Vive has totally changed that for a lot of people, but you have to put it on and experience it to see that.
This is not really a virtual reality, it's an alternate reality. People can go into that space and they can be human in that space.
We certainly think it will change the future of gaming. You can't really go back and look at games the same way you did before.
Once you get your hands on the Vive and you really can try it and wrap your head around it, you can really understand all the different potential applications from business to communications.
The medical and simulation and training and military and
Opportunities to send humans virtually into unsafe spaces.
It puts you in an immersive environment and lets you take control of the whole world.
Hey, this is Adam from Kiska, and you're listening to PST. Check them out on the web at popsongtech.com.
Hourglass of faith and command. Who pulls the string?
And that is Liberation Day Fool's Gold from Kiska, our featured artist today on Pop Song Tech. And greetings, my friends. I'm your host, Otis Ranger. Really easy name to remember, right there. Otis, like the nod to Otis Redding, or Otis, more familiar to most of you as the brand of elevators that you ride in buildings most of the time. That's right. Next time you're in an elevator, think of me. I'll be staring right back at you. Otis, right there. So anyway, you can check us out on the web at popsongtech.com. You can reach me on Twitter at popsongtech. Send me an email if you've ever got ideas or just want to say, hey, I'm at popsongtech@gmail.com as well. So we've got an awesome show for you today. We're going to be featuring the brand new single from Kiska, great band out of Philadelphia. The song is called 68. It was just released. We're going to be bringing it to here at Pop Song Tech. And then on the other side of that, the emerging tech portion is going to focus on a deep dive into virtual reality. And I'll tell you a story about introducing VR to my mother-in-law for the first time last night. I've got the HTC Vive now in studio here in my man cave in northern Jersey. I'm going to share first impressions with you in terms of setting this thing up. I've bought my first PC also in over a decade. Normally I'm an Apple guy. But I went out and I bought a tower, and I felt like I was back in high school again in the 90s with my first computer, my first PC. And I'm thinking, wow, these things really haven't changed that much in 25 years or whatever it's been. But anyway, stick around for that. We're going to be deep diving into that space. But also want to thank you for your patience over the past 2 weeks. Didn't do a show last week. Have been super busy because I've got some big news to share with you, which is that after 18 plus years at the same company, I've made a decision to pursue a new opportunity with a startup that has been featured on Pop Song Tech. Episode number 23 featured the co-founder of RMT, which is Research Measurement Technologies Incorporated. Bill Harvey joined us on that show, and I'll be joining Bill in support of their initiatives here with their startup, RMT. In the media measurement space, in the advertising space, in the content creation space, and these guys have some incredible proprietary technology that is going to be embedded in some amazing products that we'll be talking about on the show as those products are released. If you go back to episode 23, you'll find a nod, though, to a blog that Bill is doing. And if you, like me, are super into television, and some of you spent your career in television, like myself, others maybe not, but are fans of television, you'll find that there's an awesome blog post that Bill's been doing on some of the shows that are going on this fall season. You can go to rmt.solutions and go to the blog link there. You'll find a link to information on how data can inform the creative process and also interpret the success or failure of particular shows. That's the secret ingredient, the secret recipe that those guys are doing a great job of bringing to the media and entertainment industry, to the advertising industry as well. And I'm excited to, in my alter ego professional life, join those guys. So that's the big news that I want to share with you is that, I always talk with people and say, if you're an ambitious person and you're pushing your career and you're pushing yourself, you're going to get that itch every 2 to 3 years. And every 2 to 3 years, you need to be kind of attacking that next piece of experience. And for me, I've been able to benefit from doing exactly that within the same company for 18 years, which is unheard of in this day and age. And I've hit that point where, after 2 or 3 years of being in the same position, getting that itch, just like I talk with other people, I got it myself, right? And so here's an amazing opportunity to pursue this. But fret not, I'll still be doing Pop Song Tech here with you. But you know how the thing goes here. We're going to be doing a little bit of Pocket Full of Sounds. I've got some great insights on the television industry for you that I'll be sharing with you on Pocket Full of Sounds today. Again, Paley Fest. I want to thank, in particular, Bob and Mark over at the Paley Center for Media. I was meeting with them yesterday in Manhattan and talking about some great stuff that was going on. Also reflecting on Paley Fest and what an amazing job those guys did putting that on. And, I think one of the things that I like about Paley Fest is the tremendous nod that these guys give to the city of New York. And I mentioned that on our last show in the context of Trevor Noah, where they were talking about shows that were made in New York. And in this case, let's see, if I bring this up, This was a gentleman from the city of New York, kind of setting the stage and talking about New Yorkers and media that is created in New York. So, Pocket Full of Sounds, here we go. Paley Fest went on for 2 weeks, and this gentleman was talking about New Yorkers. He's from the city of New York.
Saluting the producers and the executives and everyone who insists on filming their work here in New York. And the many talented and creative New Yorkers who make this magic work by bringing these shows into our living rooms. So I said this the other night, and I really meant it, because just recently I saw some show on TV, I can't remember what it was, and it was supposedly in New York, and they were showing the R subway underground, and it was like this huge, giant thing with all this space to run around the subways. And